When the kids ask us, what is a Filipino? Okay, and then actually we have to sit down and explain our history and the beginnings of what we consider, our particular area, and that's Southern California, Los Angeles. Okay, and how they came to be, and how they were involved, and they were deeply involved, because my father was one that joined everything. Well, that's why I guess I belong to 5 organizations, and I lead too.
Was your father involved?
Recently, a woman named Carlene Bonivier has been collecting stories of people's experiences of historic Filipinotown. This area has long been a site of collective memory-making for all sorts of people, and has only recently been earning the recognition it deserves.
Yes, the collected stories and neighborhood maps of historic Filipinotown. But historic Filipinotown, for me, as I say, can take a much broader area. And it could include Delano and the farmers, the forming of the United Farm Workers. It could include Beverly Hills, where so many of them were chauffeurs and houseboys. It can include all the people who would find each other in Filipinotown, who would go there to find their brothers or cousins, or to find out where the next bit of work was going to be. And so for me, historic Filipinotown is much larger in area than what is designated legally.
Historic Filipinotown developed in the late 50s when Filipinos were pushed out of the Bunker Hill area. Many early Filipino immigrants who lived in the area were single men who worked in the farms. Their fight alongside Hispanic farm workers in the United Farm Workers Union has been forgotten all too easily, as has their involvement in the development of Los Angeles.
Overall, there's been a lot of things happening here that, in the more affluent areas, a lot of people don't want to hear these stories, or they don't want to remember their bad racist past, or whatever their story is. But reading things and finding out little secrets about the area has really inspired me. I really did find a place that has a great history.
I'm proud that this is the largest. It's 2.1 square miles. It's the largest geographic area in the United States that has the name Filipinotown. It's the only one, actually. And so, although there's probably only 20% Filipinos here, I guess it's as good a home as any place, although it's a hood. It's the barrio.
Though fewer Filipinos live here now, its diversity helps to fuel more memories and connections in the area.
If there was a committee set up that would have an underlying theme of the Philippines for historic Filipinotown, but that would also recognize the diversity within this town. It's inevitable. We can't really change it to be totally Filipino. Like I said, we can have some kind of undercurrent of it being Filipino, but most of it is Latin speaking.
It's got a really interesting mix of different cultures. All the hipsters are just on the other side of the freeway in Silver Lake and Echo Park, and a lot of them actually bled over into this side of the freeway as well. But yeah, it's just a nice, interesting mix of chill people and get a little bit of a sense of a community, I think. People say hi here.
Regardless of the ethnicity of a person, it is important to recognize and remember historic Filipinotown for a variety of reasons.
Of course, America is a nation of immigrants, and any story that's lost, you've lost part of America.
Part of the identity seeking is actually going to some kind of physical location, to go to their respected ethnic neighborhood as kind of part of their identity. And I think in search of my kind of ethnic identity when I was growing up. Part of it was trying to search for a Filipino town.
Because at this point, they have no idea what Filipinos are. They can't spell it. They don't know where it is. They don't know where it is in the world.
If you're curious about culture and the diversity and the mixing of different cultures and curious about other pockets of Los Angeles, it's definitely shouldn't be missed by anybody looking to seek out some culture.
Historic Filipinotown has acted as a home in the jungle of Los Angeles and will hopefully continue to thrive as a site of Filipino, Angelino, and even American memory making.